Transform your small townhouse backyard into a cozy, functional retreat on a budget. Maximize space with vertical container gardens, privacy screens, and foldable furniture. Elevate the vibe instantly by hanging affordable weather-resistant string lights and adding an outdoor rug to define the relaxation zone. This video is going to prove it. Welcome to our channel, Home Garden Inspo. You do not need a landscaper, a contractor, or a large budget to turn a small backyard into the space you actually want to spend time in. You need a clear plan, the right sequence of decisions, and a few specific products and techniques that work specifically for small, tight, townhouse-style outdoor spaces. Everything in this video costs less than you expect, installs faster than you think, and makes a visible difference from day one. Stay through the lighting section at the end because that single upgrade changes how the entire space feels after dark. Let's get into it. The most valuable real estate in a small townhouse backyard is not the ground. It is the fence. Every foot of vertical fence surface you leave bare is space you are not using, and in a townhouse backyard where you may be working with as little as 200 square feet, that matters. Mounting planters, wooden pallets, or wire trellises directly onto your fence or brick wall moves your entire garden off the ground and opens the patio floor for furniture, pathways, and movement. Herbs like basil, mint, and rosemary thrive in wall-mounted conditions, and trailing ivy or colorful annuals fill out the vertical surface fast. The installation investment is low. A set of wall-mounted planter brackets costs under $15 at most hardware stores. A reclaimed wooden pallet costs nothing if you source it from a local retailer or construction site. Mount it horizontally, staple landscape fabric to the back, fill the openings with potting mix, and plant directly into each section. Water once a day in the growing season and the wall fills in within 4 to 6 weeks. The visual return on a single weekend of work is significant. Once your fence is working for you, the next layer of vertical space to activate is the floor-to-eye zone in your corners and along unused walls. A multi-tiered plant stand or an upcycled wooden ladder does this with zero permanent installation and zero damage to walls or fences. An old wooden ladder costs nothing if you already own one, or under $20 at a thrift store or garage sale. Lean it against a wall or fence, add potted plants to each rung, and you have an instant vertical garden that takes up roughly 2 square feet of ground space while displaying 8 to 12 plants at varying heights. The design logic matters here. Place larger, wider pots on the bottom rungs where the ladder is more stable, and smaller, lighter pots toward the top. Mix foliage textures by alternating between fine-leafed herbs and broader ornamental plants. The variety in leaf shape and size at different heights creates a composed, layered look rather than a cluttered one. Multi-tiered metal plant stands work on the same principle and are available at most garden centers for under $40. Either option transforms a dead corner into a living design feature in under an hour. After the fence and the corners, there is one more vertical layer that most small backyard owners completely ignore: overhead space. If your backyard has a patio overhang, a pergola, or even a simple horizontal beam, that structure gives you mounting points for hanging baskets that add significant visual volume to the space without occupying a single inch of floor or fence surface. Lush trailing ferns work particularly well in this position because they cascade downward and soften the hard lines of a pergola or overhead structure. Boston ferns, string of pearls, and cascading petunias all perform strongly in hanging conditions with regular watering. The key to hanging baskets in a small backyard is scale. Use baskets that are at least 12 to 14 inches in diameter. Smaller baskets read as decorative afterthoughts at height. Larger baskets have genuine visual weight and make the overhead zone feel intentional and furnished. Use cocoa liner baskets for a natural look that pairs with most backyard aesthetics. Hook them at staggered heights if you have multiple mounting points to create depth. Water every 1 to 2 days in warm weather since hanging baskets dry out faster than ground containers. Next, we move off the walls and into the furniture decisions that make a small backyard actually functional. Furniture is where most small backyard projects fail. People buy a standard outdoor dining set, place it in the center of the space, and suddenly the backyard is the table. Everything else, the walkway, the play area, the garden, gets squeezed into what is left around the edges. A wall-mounted drop-leaf table eliminates that problem entirely. When you do not need a surface, it folds completely flat against the fence or house wall, occupying almost no depth at all. When you need it for dinner, coffee, or a laptop, you unfold it in 10 seconds and you have a full working surface. Installation requires basic hardware skills and a stud finder if you are mounting to a wood frame wall. Drop-leaf wall brackets are available at most hardware stores and online retailers for $15 to $30. Cut a piece of treated exterior plywood or cedar to your preferred surface size, attach it to the brackets, and sand and seal the surface for weather resistance. The total cost for a custom wall-mounted table runs between $30 and $60 depending on material choices. That is a fraction of what a freestanding outdoor table costs, and it gives you back your floor space on every day you do not need it. Not every small backyard needs a wall-mounted table. If you prefer freestanding furniture with more flexibility in placement, a compact bistro set or a set of nesting tables gives you the same space-saving advantage without permanent installation. A bistro set with 2 chairs occupies roughly 12 square feet when in use and can be repositioned to chase shade or sun throughout the day. A set of 2 or 3 nesting tables collapses into a single footprint when not in use and expands when you need multiple surfaces for drinks, plants, or serving during outdoor gatherings. When selecting a bistro set for a small townhouse backyard, prioritize folding chairs over fixed ones. Folding chairs hang flat on a fence or stack in a corner when the space needs to function as a walk-through or play area. Look for powder-coated steel or resin wicker frames that handle weather without annual maintenance. Budget bistro sets start at around $60 to $80 for the full set at discount retailers and outdoor furniture chains. Pair them with 2 weather-resistant seat cushions in a neutral tone and the setup reads as intentional and polished rather than budget-constrained. Coming up, the hardscaping decisions that anchor everything you have built so far. A small patch of real grass in a townhouse backyard is one of the highest maintenance, lowest return investments you can make. You spend time and money mowing, watering, fertilizing, and reseeding a surface that rarely looks good and never functions as well as a proper hardscape. Replacing that grass with pea gravel, river stones, or interlocking faux grass tiles costs less than one season of lawn maintenance and produces a cleaner, more contemporary result that requires almost no ongoing care. Pea gravel is the most cost-effective option at around $4 to $6 per square foot installed. Lay landscape fabric first to suppress weed growth, then pour 3 to 4 inches of gravel and rake it level. Add a steel or aluminum edging border to keep the gravel contained and create a sharp, finished boundary between the gravel surface and any adjacent planting beds. River stone reads as slightly more formal and is better suited to backyards with a Japanese or Mediterranean aesthetic. Interlocking faux grass tiles work well for households with children or dogs that need a soft surface underfoot. All three options are low maintenance, budget-friendly, and visually superior to a struggling strip of real lawn. Shared boundaries are one of the most common frustrations in townhouse backyard living. When you and your neighbor are separated by a low chain-link fence or a deteriorating wooden fence with gaps, the space never fully feels like yours. You become aware of sight lines, noise, and proximity in a way that makes it hard to relax. The fastest and most affordable fix is bamboo or reed roll fencing stapled or zip-tied directly onto the existing fence structure. A 10-foot roll of bamboo fencing costs between $15 and $30 at most garden centers and home improvement stores, and you can install an entire fence line in under 2 hours. The design benefit goes beyond privacy. Bamboo adds a warm, natural texture to what is often a cold or industrial boundary. It pairs well with most contemporary and tropical-style backyard aesthetics and provides a neutral backdrop that makes container plants and wall planters stand out more clearly against it. Use stainless steel staples or black zip ties for attachment. If your existing fence is chain-link, attach a top rail wire first to give the bamboo roll a taut, even surface to lie against. Replace bamboo rolls every 3 to 5 years as they weather. The cost of a full replacement remains far lower than any structural fence upgrade. Once your surfaces and boundaries are set, the details that complete the space come next. A concrete or paver slab backyard without a rug reads as a utility space. The same slab with a well-chosen outdoor rug reads as a room. That shift in perception takes less than 5 minutes to create and costs between $30 and $80 depending on the size and material. An outdoor rug defines the boundaries of your seating or dining zone, anchors the furniture arrangement, and introduces color, pattern, and texture to a surface that is otherwise visually flat and uninviting. Choose a rug in a size that allows all 4 legs of your furniture to sit on the rug surface. Furniture floating half on and half off a rug always looks unresolved. A 5x8 foot rug is the minimum practical size for a 2-chair bistro setup. A 6x9 works for a 4-person arrangement. Look for polypropylene outdoor rugs at discount retailers or online marketplaces. Polypropylene resists UV fading, handles moisture without molding, and hoses clean easily. Geometric or organic patterns in neutral tones read well against most backyard surfaces and hold their appearance longer than solid colors in a high UV outdoor environment. No single upgrade changes how a small backyard feels after dark more than a set of overhead string lights. Globe string lights strung across the overhead zone of a small backyard create a warm, enclosed atmosphere that makes the space feel significantly larger and more intentional than it does in daylight. The light source is above you and around you, which is the same principle that makes restaurant patios feel comfortable and residential. The cost to replicate that effect at home runs between $20 and $50 for a set of weather-resistant globe lights at most hardware stores or online retailers. The installation method determines how well the lights hold up over time. The most reliable approach for a townhouse backyard is to string the lights between two fixed anchor points, typically the house wall and a fence post or a freestanding shepherd's hook stake driven into a gravel bed. Use screw-in-eye hooks on wood surfaces and exterior-rated adhesive hooks on masonry. Run the lights in a single diagonal or parallel lines across the space rather than in a grid, which reads as too uniform for a residential setting. Choose a warm white color temperature at 2200 K to 2700 K for a soft, amber glow. Daylight temperature lights at 5000 K or above produce a cold, flat light that eliminates the warmth the fixture is meant to create. One more lighting upgrade to cover, and then we bring the full design together. String lights handle the overhead atmosphere. Solar path lights handle the ground plane, and together they create a layered lighting design that is genuinely resort quality without any wiring, any electrician, or any ongoing electricity cost. Solar-powered stake lights are available in sets of 6 to 12 for between $15 and $30. Drive them into the ground along garden bed edges, on either side of a gravel pathway, or at the base of your vertical planter wall to wash light upward across the foliage. They charge during the day and activate automatically at dusk. The quality gap between cheap solar stakes and mid-grade ones is significant and worth knowing. The lowest cost options often produce a blue-white light that conflicts with the warm globe lights overhead. Look for solar stakes that specify a warm white output at 2700 K or below, and choose a stake style with a stainless steel or matte black finish to match your other hardware choices. Replace the internal batteries every 2 to 3 years when you notice the lights dimming early in the evening. That maintenance takes 5 minutes and costs under $5 per unit. When your overhead lights and ground level lights share the same color temperature, the entire backyard reads as a single design space rather than a collection of individual additions. Every idea in this video works within a real budget. The vertical planters activate space you were not using. The fold-down furniture gives you surface area without sacrificing floor space. The gravel, the bamboo screen, and the outdoor rug turn a utility slab into a room. The string lights and solar stakes make the whole thing feel intentional after dark. You do not need to do all of it at once. Start with the one section that solves your biggest current problem. If the space feels exposed, begin with the privacy screen. If it feels cluttered, begin with the furniture. If it feels flat and uninviting at night, begin with the string lights. One decision moves the project forward. Every improvement compounds on the one before it. If this video gave you a specific direction, hit that like button and subscribe. We publish practical outdoor design content every week built for real spaces and real budgets. Drop your backyard dimensions and your biggest challenge in the comments, and let's figure out the right starting point for your specific situation. See you in the next one. Thanks for watching.